playoffs are underway in high school boys basketball. Tonight on CCX, a quarterfinal round game in Section 5-4A. The number 7 seed, Champlin Park, comes to Maple Grove to take on the second-seeded Crimson. Hello and welcome to Maple Grove High School. John Jacobson along with Ryan Iverson. Ryan, the third meeting of the season between the Crimson and the Rebels. Maple Grove has won the first two and rather handily as well.
Yeah, and they always say it's really hard, John, to beat a team for a third time, right? But those games were convincing. Champlin Park needs to score tonight. They've had 38 and 28 against Maple Grove. Maple Grove plays excellent team defense. So Champlin Park early and often's got to get points in the basket, get some confidence, and then let's see what happens.
At Champlin Park with 10 wins on the season. That is an improvement over last year when they won just 4 games. Yep. Maple Grove comes in 20 wins on the season, having a really nice year and coming off a big win last Friday in the regular season finale against Park Center.
Yeah, what a huge win for this program. And I'll tell you, I said it in our last time we broadcast Maple Grove, but Coach Nick Schroeder's just done an amazing job. They don't have any superstars, but they have really good team basketball. They share the ball well. They give up a good shot for a great shot. They don't turn the ball over, and they shoot really well. And you add all that together with his experience, and you get a big upset. What a better way to go in the playoffs than just beating the number 1 team in the state, who you might see again down the road. But I think they really believe, and deservedly so.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Rebels. Molly Kamara is their biggest kid and one that they need to have a big game inside tonight against Maple Grove.
Yeah, he's 6'6", so he's got to be big tonight. Not only does he have to score, but he's going to have to play great defense, and they're going to have to rebound, right? And so we talked about scoring being an issue with Champlin Park. He averages just over 10 a game. I think he's got to be in that high teens, low 20s to give them a shot tonight to pull the upset.
And from Maple Grove, their big man, 6'9" senior Lincoln Palvicki.
Well, he's just improved so much over the last couple of years. I remember seeing him through youth basketball, John, and he was just this towering figure, but he wasn't mobile. He didn't have the best hands. He has worked himself into a really good basketball player, averaging almost a double-double. He was huge against Park Center, and when you got that kind of size, not a lot of teams have it. I think Maple Grove plays inside out. When he's scoring, the rest of those guys get better looks, and their team plays better. So fun to watch him develop here.
He'll be a walk-on next year at Nebraska-Omaha. Playoffs underway in high school boys basketball. We'll tip off with this one. The Rebels and the Crimson live next on CCX. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You will also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. Line out the theme for the Maple Grove students tonight. A lot of the kids, most of them I would guess, are at the XL Energy Center this morning for the state boys hockey tournament. Unfortunately, a loss for the Crimson to Cretin-Durham Hall in the quarterfinals. And a lot of them will come back here tonight.
Well, it makes us feel better about the weather going on outside, right? You dress up like you're in Hawaii, but you just touched on it. Think about Maple Grove, this class, this era. I mean, they win in everything, right? They obviously the football, hockey makes it to state. Maple Grove basketball's got a great chance to make it to state. The girls basketball had a really solid season, so just a solid class and group of classes here at Maple Grove.
All right, girls basketball will be in the section final tomorrow night at Anoka. Let's look at the bracket for Section 5-4A. Park Center is the top seed. They've had a terrific season taking on Spring Lake Park tonight. Moundsview and Roseville, the 4-5 game. Osseo hosting Irondale, and then this one. And then the semifinals at separate locations at the high seed. So if the seeds would hold, it would be at Park Center and at Maple Grove on Tuesday. The winners of those 2 games then will meet next Friday night at Rogers High School. Another game you'll see on CCX. A spot we love going to every year.
It'll be different. We don't know, but I mean, how many times is it Osseo Park Center or Park Center, Champlin Park, in that final? But Maple Grove, for those years being in that other section, they're going to have to go earn it. And I guarantee they got Park Center's attention after the big win last week.
Let's look at the starting five for these teams, with the starters being introduced out on the floor for Champlin Park. We talked about Molly Kamara there, and their guards, Mason Tilke, a 6'1 senior, Amory Peterson, a 6'3 junior, Joe Cummings, a 6'1 junior, and Luke Graff, a 6'3" junior. And for Maple Grove, Will Bowman and Lincoln Palbicki are the posts. Will Bowman, a 6'4 sophomore. Wing, Brady Laliberti, a 6'3 senior. The guards, Henry Stang, a 6-foot junior, and Roel Vidia, a 6-foot senior.
Yeah, and we always talk about, too, playoffs, right? It's that one-and-done mentality, and these group of seniors, you just never know if it's going to be your last game, and you always just want to – the best instruction you can give, John, is lay it all out there, right? You lose, but you lay it out there, that's fine. And man, does it go fast. It seems like yesterday we were doing Maple Grove Osseo football,
right?
End of August, and here we are already getting to the playoffs at the end of the winter sports season. So time really does fly.
Who knows when spring sports will start, right? We got 3 feet of snow on the ground.
So all these kids get older and graduate. You and I, we actually look younger as we've gone on. What's the key there? I don't know.
Kind of time machine magic. We are underway. The Rebels win the opening tap. In talking with head coach Aaron Klepner before the game, he said, we need to shoot well. You mentioned the scores in our pregame, that they haven't scored a lot. So we got to get to the basket and put the ball in the hoop. Yeah, scoring's been an issue, and I think anytime you're on the road and you're the underdog, getting off to a good start. I love what they did there. They went right to Kamara, and he went right at Lincoln Palbicki. Try to get him in foul trouble. Maybe you get him out of the game. So I like that game plan. He got a good look. Just has to finish it. We're going right back to him. A little spin move. Can't finish, though, and Palbicki with the rebound. You can't ask for better shots, Nope. 2 feet in. You can see his footwork and his skill. Vidia draws a double team and able to get the pass off quickly to Bowman. Palbicki and back out to Vidia. First possession for the Crimson. Bowman has it knocked away, and a steal by Joe Cummings. Nice anticipation. They switched that perimeter screen, and I think it surprised Maple Grove. Double team this time on Kamara, scores, and he's fouled. Well, and they've three possessions. They've gone to him 3 times. Be interesting to see who the foul is on. If they're going to, they get the big fella, Palbicki, on that one. Look at the footwork. And I think what they got him is Lincoln reaching down. So often you'll see guys get that foul on reaching down. But great game plan. I like what they're trying to do here. Missed the free throw. And rebounded by Laliberti. So it stays at 2-0. Vidia, and off the hands of Stang. And another turnover for Maple Grove. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. Yeah, exactly the kind of start you want if you're the Rebels. Tilke handing to Peterson, but he traveled. Yeah, it looked like he switched his pivot feet there. Yeah, I think 2 for Maple Grove, though. If I could critique anything, you want Lincoln Palbicki almost to be more selfish, right? With his size and his touchdown low. Oh, what a pass. They got it to him there. Not good. Yeah. Follow-up try, not good, but he is fouled, and will go to the line for 2. Well, great set play there and a great pick and roll, but tough angle, too, on that delivery, but great pass. And you like the big fella going after it hard. Watch this angle. And just stayed with it, and a good foul, too, if you're Champlin Park. If you're going to foul them, make sure they don't get the and one. Kamara picks up the foul, so each big player's got 1 foul. And Palbicki's got really good touch, too, for a big guy. You'll see he's a really good free throw shooter, and he can knock that mid-range jumper down. Got them both. So tied at 2, a minute and a half in here tonight at Maple Grove. Win for the Crimson. They stay home next Tuesday in the semifinals. Cummings chases down the loose ball. Peterson. Now across to Tilke. Kamara out high. Hands off Graff. He's a good shooter when he's on. That time he missed, and it's out of play. Averaging over 14 points. And I'll tell you, you mentioned Coach Klepner saying we got to shoot better.
their percentages are pretty good on the year. They got a couple of guys at 35%, Peterson at over 40%. So they're very capable, three-point shooters. And they do. They got to knock them down, especially when you're on the road.
Bowman hands off to Stang. Vidia right wing. Now he'll take it to the floor. Through the paint. Hands off. Corner three is up and in. That's Bowman for three.
Just great offense. Let's get the baseline drive. Thought maybe he was going to try to force a reverse up there. Instead, made a great pass and being ready to shoot.
Mara taking it at the basket and one.
This is going to be critical on who they call the foul on. Looked like a couple different Crimson that they could have called it on.
It's going to be on Bowman and actually be before the shot, so not an and one.
There's a look at that nice drive and kick. Unfortunate for Champlin, number one, that the basket didn't count, and two, there's a nice three.
Tilke knocks down a three-pointer.
He's at that 35%. You get confidence, right? You knock that first one down, your confidence grows.
Averages a little over 9 points a game. We're tied at 5. Here's Henry Stang. To the cutting Aliberti. Vidia back to Stang. They step-in move. Mid-range jumper is good.
Just textbook offense. What I love, too, John, is Maple Grove doesn't force anything. Pass, extra pass, shot fake, take the mid-range jumper.
Well, knocked away, and there's a steal from Maple Grove. Aliberti finishes.
He's got bounce.
He does.
Call that CCX John Jacobson bounce right there.
9-5. Crimson with 2 quick baskets to go up by 4. Mara away from the block. Gonna try to go at it again and miss the shot. I like the idea though. Staying rebounds for Maple Grove.
Yeah, nice left hand too, using both hands.
Mighty attacking, gets it blocked by Kamara. Belbicki gathers up the loose ball and then another block by number 20. Kamara, 2 blocks on that sequence. The lob pass to him, knocked away. Aliberti with another steal. Taken to the basket and ripped away. Knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Maple Grove.
Both teams, quick hands. Champlin Park, great job using their hands. There's a look. That's excellent defense by Aliberti. Watch him explode there at the rim. Here, watch the hands here too. Belbicki gets the ball. Great block. Excellent block by Kamara there, coming over and doing it without fouling as well.
Good to be aggressive for him on defense and didn't pick up that second foul. That would have been crucial early.
You know, we did Maple Grove at Armstrong last week. One thing that was really impressive is Maple Grove's set plays. They ran them really well. Their execution was great. And it almost always led to an open look.
Drive, Bowman a little bit short. And rebounded by Peterson.
Yeah. Tough shot there. Good defense by Tilke, forcing him into a tough angle there.
Both Tilke's in the game. Preston, number 5, is a sophomore. His brother Mason, 0, a senior. Off the glass, up and in for Cummings.
Yeah, they're going to not count that. Off. Yeah, I think Preston Tilke grabbed the rim. That's one of those you got to just let go. That was a tough bucket. See, good strong move, strong drive, tough angle. Right there, you can go up and attack that offensive rebound, but you got to keep that hand off the rim.
So we stay at 9-5. Vidia almost knocked away there by Preston Tilke. Josh Femright, 22, into the game for Maple Grove. Stang, a floater up, not good. Gets his own rebound. Follow up on Femright. Can't get it to go, a little too strong on the putback.
Champlin Park, John's got to take advantage of a slower start here offensively for Maple Grove. You got to get some points up here while Maple Grove is struggling.
Cummings hands it off. And in a little bit of trouble was Mason Tilkey trying to get it off Vite, and instead it's a turnover. Lob inside, knocked away. Turnover Maple Grove and a steal for Champlin Park. And we stay at 9-5, nearly 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, uncharacteristic turnovers here for Maple Grove. They played Park Center, who plays arguably the best pressure defense in the state. Maple Grove only 12 turnovers in that game. Had a couple here early.
Cummings drives, Peterson left corner. Defended tough there by Longaberti. Now out near midcourt, almost a steal for Longaberti. Ball on the floor, picked up by Cummings, and we're going to get a foul on the Crimson.
Yeah, good hustle, good effort. You love the effort.
Foul's going to go on Bowman. That's his second. So he'll come out. And Jacob Anderson, 6'2 senior, number 3, in for Maple Grove.
Not a bad luxury to bring in an athlete like Jacob Anderson off the bench.
Nice little spin move and finish at the basket. Amory Peterson's got his first hoop.
Yeah, he's that other guy averaging in double figures for him, just over 11 points. Shoots for over 40% from 3, too. A nice job using his body there, getting an easy one.
Nice cut by Stang to the hoop, and a good feed from Longaberti.
Well, I'll tell you, Stang's such a good shooter that you have to come out always and respect that, but he's crafty enough to cut. You saw that time. Cuts hard, gets an easy one. Anytime a shooter gets an easy one like that, too, you got to watch out that that hoop starts looking bigger.
Traveling whistled against Graff. Javon Kiros, number 2, is in. Also, A.B. Muhammad, now number 3, in for the Rebels.
Yeah, and Champlin's going to need Graff to really get going here. He's their leading scorer, over 14 a game. They're going to need him to get buckets.
Gannon McGuire in for Maple Grove. McGuire to Stang, out high, Longaberti. Stang, drive, kick out to the wing to Anderson. Now McGuire, guarded by Graff, and back to Anderson.
Good movement here on offense, but also really well defended by Champlin Park.
Anderson, a little hesitation off the glass, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
He's just crafty, just like he was in football. I mean, he's a great athlete. He's got the speed, he can jump, he's quick, but that time it was just shifting a little bit, that hesitation, changing direction and speed, able to get the defender off balance and draw the foul.
What a terrific postseason he had in football, right?
Oh, he was amazing.
Putting a touchdown and an interception in the Prep Bowl. He'll play football next year at Winona State. I think they got a really good player.
They do. I was hoping the Gophers would have taken a guy like that because I think he's that good. He was one of those guys, John. We'd be doing a game, and anytime a big play happened, he was always at the forefront of it. Always.
Number 12 was right there, right?
He was as good of a football player as I remember broadcasting. And how about this for Maple Grove fans? I'm watching the Combine this weekend, and who do I see but Evan Hall tearing it up at the Combine, too. That was pretty fun. Fun to see guys that we've called, make their dreams come true.
And he's about as good of athlete as this school has had in the last several years. And they've had a lot of them. But he was not only outstanding at football, but a state champion track guy, a great wrestler. 3-sport kid, and had a really nice career at Northwestern. Graff, nice fake, puts up a 3 and hits.
That's huge. Get him going. You could see great shot fake. Defender flew by. And what I loved is he didn't rush the shot then. You'll see a guy's shot fake, and then they kind of hurry that shot. He knew he had time, took a time, knocked it down.
Corner 3 is good. That's McGuire off the bench in the first points for the junior tonight.
Yeah, and he's a nice little spark plug off the bench, averaging just under 8 a game. And you can see a very good shooter, great pass again. Maple Grove assists on so much of their offense, more so than any other teams that you see.
Muhammad in traffic, can't get the shot to go. Loose ball, secured by Stang. McGuire, baseline, twisting shot, not good. But going to the line will be Edwin Dorbor for 2.
Yeah, another very capable scorer off the bench. And again, look at that. That ball doesn't even hit the floor. The whole length of the court, 3 passes, just like that. Attack the basket. Great offense, great team offense.
Around the rim and in.
That's why you like playing at home. You get the home cooking, the home field advantage there. Nice little around the world on the rim.
Second one off the mark and rebounded by Kamara. Hand off and Peterson will leave it for Quiros to bring it up. Rebels with the basketball, trailing by 6. We're midway through the first half. Maple Grove, Champlin Park, first round of the Section 5 4A boys basketball playoffs. Muhammad bounced past Graff baseline, ran out of room, and threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's where Publicki, I think just his presence kind of altered that shot. As someone's driving baseline, you need to get someone opposite to dash to the baseline, to be an outlet there for him. No one was there. And that's where it's nice having 6'8", 6'9" guy on your team defensively.
Dorbor out top. Beide at left wing, he's back into the game. Dorbor rolls around in a lot of traffic, tried to get it to Anderson and intercepted by Mohammed.
Yeah, and like we said, just a couple of unforced, uncharacteristic turnovers here early for Maple Grove.
Mason Tilke to Peterson. Double dribbles, now hit this, shoot the 17-footer short, Dorbor rebounds.
He missed that. That was a heck of a move there to create space, a little jab between the legs. Got a good look.
McGuire, Anderson moving his way in. Beide in the corner for 3.
Yes.
First basket tonight for the Crimson's top scorer.
Yeah, he's a fun player to watch, too. He's fast. Over 10 points a game, 4.5 assists. There's a timeout for Champlin Park. But again, all predicated on being unselfish. Watch Anderson here. Gets underneath. Looks like he's just going to power it up. But what happens is that the whole defense kind of collapses. You start watching the ball and you forget about your guy. And there's what we were talking about with Champlin Park. You got to be available, got to have an outlet on the baseline. And beautiful offense right there.
There's Nick Schroeder, head coach of Maple Grove, 13th season as Maple Grove coach. And as your former AAU teammate, that makes both of you feel old, right? 13th year as a coach.
You know, and I've known Nick since we were in 5th grade. And to see his development as a player and then as a coach, I really do mean this. I think he's turned into one of the best coaches in the state of Minnesota. And I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of the program he's built. And I know a lot of people in the basketball community, John, and the kids who have played for him, they swear by him. You know, they really, you know, and not that you have to be liked as a coach, but they respect him and they know he's putting them in the best chance they can be in to win. And to get 20 wins again this year, when I think a lot of people, including myself, thought it was going to be more of a down year.
Right.
And
there's Aaron Kleppner, second-year head coach, and we were calling his games on TV not that many years ago. Graduated, 7 years ago, and now second-year head coach of the Rebels.
Yeah, and good for him. He was a great player. And it means a little more when you come back to your alma mater and you're coaching where you played. And he's done a great job. And part of this is just building, right? Building a program.
And they've obviously had some great teams, but down the last couple of years here. Mark Tucksher had a great run as head coach at Champlin Park. Preston Tilke, good look at the basket, but didn't get it to go down.
Well, and if I'm Coach Kleppner, that's what I'm telling my guys. We've gotten some good looks. You know, we had a couple early. That one rimmed in and out, so we're getting the good shots. That's what's most important.
Anderson's open in the corner, missed on the 3. Palbicki the rebound, but he's going to get whistled for a foul.
That's not a good call. That's a big call because that's going to be his second. But to me, that looked like he just went straight up. You know, and sometimes, you know, it looks like a foul, but well, maybe you got a little hand extended there. Either way, it's a big call. He's going to sit down for a while.
Now let's see if he sits the rest of the half here, Ryan. 6:45
nice
to go. Baseline.
Yep.
Graff with a great pass, and the finish by Mason Tilkey.
Well, and you know what made that possible is they're not scared to attack the rim now. When you get big fella out of the game, you get a little bit more comfortable to cut and to finish at the rim, and there was we saw some evidence of that on that play.
Dorbor, baseline, waits for Kamar to commit and draws the foul. That'll be his second. And Dorbor will go to the line.
It's such a good move, and I wish young kids would do this more. You get underneath, just shot fake. Everyone trying to block shots. And a smart play, knowing their big fella is going to come over and try to block that. Great play. Almost got a three-point play.
And he will come out. Preston Tilkey is back in. And for Maple Grove, Stang and Lalaberti return. One more coming here for Dorbor. Missed them both.
Yeah, 1 for 4. Yeah, Maple Grove definitely not as sharp as they've been the last couple of games. I think it's tough too, right? As a coach, you hate that. There's a great defensive play by Anderson.
To the basket, spins around, not good. Vidia fouls it up and in.
Yeah, and that's why you're taught anytime a guy's out in front on a fast break, John, you don't give up because you want to be that guy. If it is a miss, you can clean it up. Nice job by Vidia. That was like Anderson playing defensive back there, just going to get a interception.
9-point lead, equaling the biggest of the night here for the Crimsons. We're inside of 6 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, and you see Graff with the ball right now. I'd like to see him going to the basket. He's got great size, 6'3", great body, and he's a good shooter. And like I said, they need him to be aggressive.
Came up short on the corner three. Dorbor rebounds, and he's fouled. It's a goal against Preston Tilkey. His first, only the 5th team foul.
Yeah, pretty clean game on both sides as far as fouls.
Vidia bounce pass to Dorbor. Attacking, too strong, and rebounded by Peterson.
Champlin Park, playing good defense for the most part, contesting everything. Not a lot easy for Maple Grove.
Lob to Peterson. He draws a double team, gets through the two guys, can't finish. Follow up, not good. Second try, not good as well. And then we'll get a foul on Preston Tilkey. And that's, and I feel like I've seen Champlin Park a few times, certainly not every game, but I feel like that's their season in a nutshell, right? To get good looks and they can't finish.
Watch him split this. It kind of reverses pivots. Missed 3 easy ones there, too. Great looks. Again, you're getting exactly what you want. You just got to convert. And, John, that's probably 4 or 5 of those that if they convert, this game is tied or Champlin Park might even be ahead. So you got to stay positive as a coach and say, hey, keep getting those good looks. Eventually they're going to fall.
Stang reverses. Nice dish
pass.
off. Dorbor scores and he's fouled.
Great pass. Henry Stang, I just love the pace that he plays at. Never forces a shot either. Always under control. Look at him. Nice move here. Step through. Great find. And there you can see the body kind of in the back. Dorbor played with some energy since he's gotten in the game, going back to the free throw line.
That's 3 fouls now on Preston Tilkey, so he comes out. Dom Mueller, 6'4", junior, number 23, in for the first time tonight. And Hupu Anbasa, number 1, in for Maple Grove for the first time this evening. The Dorbor with a field goal. 1 of 4 from the line so far tonight. That last foul, the 7th team foul on Champlin Park.
Well, and keep in mind, too, if Maple Grove's able to extend this lead with Lincoln Pelbicki on the bench, that's huge. If you're Champlin Park, you're thinking how much longer can you maybe keep Molly Kamara out of the game, even though he's got 2 fouls. Getting him in the game just as a threat offensively.
Cummings, Mason Tilke, Graff pass, a little too high for Peterson, but he was able to corral it. Mueller to Graff. Cummings to Graff. That Stang is right on Graff, and Aliberti reaches around, commits the foul.
Yeah, Maple Grove so active defensively, always in the right position. You know, you're not going to get easy. They're not going to break down defensively where they're going to give up easy stuff. You're going to have to earn it and make a move, and make a shot. And there's
steal by Vidia. All the way to the basket and scores.
God, he's got explosive speed and quickness too.
Like I said, he was their leading scorer a little while ago. He's actually their third leading scorer, but pretty balanced. Stang's at 11-8, Kalbicki 11-2, Vidia 10-2, Dorbor 9.1.
Yeah, McGuire at 7.6. So yeah, got 5 guys averaging over 7.5 points. I'd like to see a race between Jacob Anderson and Raul
Vidia. So another quick foul on Laliberti. It's his second in quick order, and he'll come out. 6-team foul on Maple Grove. So both teams bonus the rest of the way here with about 3.5 minutes to play. Peterson holding on the wing, back out to Cummings. Kiros. And back to Cummings. Curls around, drives in the lane. Shot not good, follows up and in.
Yeah, great job staying with it. Cummings that time drove, took a little contact, missed it, but followed it right back up.
First basket tonight for Joe Cummings. But Champlin Park down double digits here with 3 minutes to play. Vidia, Dorbor. Open three. That is good. That's Andasa with a three. His first points tonight just came in a couple of minutes ago. And Maple Grove's had 9 players score tonight.
And again, off of the dribble drive, great little ball screen, pick and roll action. And instead of forcing a tough shot up, just find the open man. And Andasa ready, locked and loaded, knocks it down.
Spin move by Peterson, not good. Ball got tipped, got it back. Dorbor then with a block. Pass ahead to Anderson and lost it out of bounds. Yep, it's a turnover for the Crimson.
Dorbor sent that one flying. And doing it without fouling too. A really nice job. And again, Peterson staying with it, went back up again. Great timing by Dorbor there to leave his feet, not go for a pump fake, and to not foul with the body.
Graff trying to get it to Peterson, knocked out of bounds by Mbasa.
Yeah, and it's allowed Coach Schroeder to buy time with Lincoln Pelbicki on the bench again. Normally you'd say you got to have him on the floor if you're going to be successful.
Mason Tilke for three is good. Champlin Park needs more of that. He's got 8 points, 8 of their 17.
His second three, and again, great shot fake, great patience, didn't rush it, knocked it down. And kind of what Coach Klebner had talked about to you before the game is we got to make shots. We're good shooters, and they have made shots from three tonight. They have 20 points already at halftime. You got to remember their highest against Maple Grove for a game was 38. So offensively, they're on a little bit better of a pace here tonight.
Mbasa, nice dish off. Dorbor gets blocked by Peterson. Gets it back. Follow-up is good.
Just staying with it. I love it. So what if you get blocked? Stay with it. Go up strong again. He's been great off the bench here tonight.
5 points for Dorbor, 30-17. Just over a minute to play. And jump ball. Cummings gets blocked. Possession gives it back to Maple Grove. Ryan will hear from our coaches at halftime as he heads down. Vidia off to Stang, back to Vidia, and across to Mbasa. To penetrate and then back out. Vidia, 45 seconds to go. Step back three, hits it. the senior, with 10 points now. (33-17). Maple Grove is gradually pulled away here. Peterson, nice little baseline drive, got past the defender but couldn't finish at the rim. And then Tilke has it stripped away. Maple Grove playing excellent defense tonight, defending well at the rim. 10 seconds to go. Off to Stang, curls inside a Graff, nice dish off, up and in, 2 more for Dorbor. Last second three is well short, and Maple Grove closing really strong in that first half, and they go up 35-17 at halftime here on Champlin Park. Vidia with 10 points to lead the way. Dorbor with 7 points off the bench. The bench scoring has been really good for Maple Grove. 15 bench points for the Crimson out of their 35 points total in the first half. Mason Tilke leading Champlin Park in scoring with 8. Let's go down the floor. Ryan standing by now with Coach Klepner.
Hey, Coach, you knew tonight was going to be tough. Down at half, what'd you think of the first half?
I don't think we executed kind of the game plan a little bit. We rushed. They were trying to speed us up, and we kind of just fed into what they were trying to do.
Well, one of the things, you guys had struggled to score against them in the regular season. You got some great looks tonight. A number of them just rimmed in and out. Anything differently you want to see on offense?
Yeah, just executing, being patient, getting those good shots, and just executing, kind of trying to finish those at the rim.
What do you tell these guys now in the locker room?
0-0, new ball game.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. Back to you, JJ.
Thanks, Ryan. We'll hear from Coach Schroeder before the start of the second half. Halftime, Section 5 4A basketball here on CCX. Maple Grove up on Champlin Park, 35-17.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
35-17, Maple Grove leads Champlin Park. First round of the playoffs tonight at Maple Grove. Ryan, we visited the concession stand before. We got some cookies. We got some Jets Pizza. What can be better?
Nothing. Jets Pizza, when I visit the pearly gates upstairs, there better be a swimming pool size of Jets Pizza waiting for me.
Jets Pizza and Chick-fil-A, and you'd be all happy, right?
Yes.
Well, a week ago, 6 days to be exact, Maple Grove finished up the regular season here at home against the #1 team in Class 4A, Park Center. Pirates shooting well early and getting out to the early lead. Maple Grove hanging in there. Park Center, that defense, they create points off the defense. But Maple Grove hung in there. And Lincoln Palbicki had a big game, able to get free on the baseline and score. And at the end of the game, down 3, Park Center turns it over. They storm the court, and Maple Grove gets the win here. Thanks to the folks at the Crimson Sports Network for that video from last night. First half of tonight's game here. And Maple Grove finding different ways to score. Right inside, you got the corner 3 there. Champlin Park knocked out a couple of 3-pointers, but not enough scoring for them tonight. You talk about how well Maple Grove shares the ball, and you see how that right on that highlight there.
Well, and you're going to see a lot. Here's just a great defensive effort. I love this finish, too. Sky into the rim, but a lot of highlights, Maple Grove. You're going to see dribble penetration and just great extra passes. This time it was a great defensive possession by Champlin Park.
Kamar got 2 blocks on that possession. Then a little spin move here by Peterson to score.
He's crafty down there by the rim, there's no doubt.
Graff with the 3.
They're going to need
That's
him
his
to
only basket tonight, though.
He didn't look overly aggressive in that first half. They're going to need him to do that. Here's a great, looks like it's going to be a shot. Nope, kick out.
Vaidia with the
knocks
corner
down
3.
the 3, yeah. Nice cut. And that was right after Pelbicki went out of the game there with 2 fouls. And again, looks like he got a great shot. Nope, here's an extra pass and 1 for Edwin Dorbor.
Henry Stang the assist there. As we look at our top scorers, Mason Tilkey with 8, Graff 3, and 3 players with 2 points each for Champlin Park. Vaidia with 10 to lead the Crimson, Dorbor with 7, and Henry Stang with 4, and it's an 18-point game.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like Maple Grove's ahead, but it didn't feel like they're ahead by 18, but it's kind of slowly built on that lead, right?
Because I don't think they went quite a while there offensively where they turned the ball over.
Yeah.
They didn't get great shots. The problem is Maple Grove plays great defense. And when you play defense, you hold a team to 17 points. It allows you to have kind of an off few minutes and still have a big lead like this. What I'd love to see too, John, is what percentage of their made field goals came off of an assist. And that's something I think they do such a good job with.
All right, few minutes left on the scoreboard. Go back for more treats here at Maple Grove. Instead, we'll go to break. Ryan will come back. We'll hear from Coach Schroeder in the second half of 5-4A basketball on the way next on CCX. Back to the floor we go. Ryan Iverson with Nick Schroeder.
Hey, Coach, I know you probably weren't thrilled with the way you guys played, but a nice spurt there before half, got an 18-point lead at half. What'd you think?
I thought we played well. We gave up 17 points. I think we're playing really tough in the paint, both ends of the floor. We got to rebound better. We were holding their best scorer to 3 so far. That has to continue. If we do those things, we continue to play tough in the paint, and we stay connected to Graff. We're going to be in good shape. Thanks for that.
I saved your brain there. And you did it with your big fella in foul trouble, too.
Yeah, they're going a little bit smaller. We're going to trust Lincoln to be able to guard the perimeter a little bit. He's going to pick up a couple ones. But it was nice to see guys could step up and fill that role while he was out. And we went a little bit smaller, and it was good to see our 4-man be able to play that 5 spot.
And for your safety, we're going to end this now because we're in the middle of the rebounding line.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Good luck, Coach. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks to both coaches for taking a few minutes of their time with us. Again, this is the quarterfinal round. The teams will play again. The winners, of the 4 quarterfinals will play on Tuesday in the semifinals of the high seed and the section championship live on CCX next Friday, St. Patrick's Day, up at Rogers High School. If you're watching this on Thursday night, and note that on Friday night, you'll be able to see the Maple Grove girls team, one of the top 10 teams in the state in Class 4A, play for the Section 5 4A Girls Championship, taking on Roseville at Anoka High School. Tip-off at 7, our pregame at 6:55, live on CCX and online at ccxmedia.org. Big hill to climb for Aaron Klepner's squad here in the second half, trailing at 35-17. And you talked about, Ryan, the defense that Maple Grove plays. Defense will win you games, or minimum keep you in games, especially when you get to the postseason, right, where games aren't as high scoring.
It's very true, and it's the old cliche of, defense travels, right? Your offense isn't always going to be there. You're going to have down shooting nights. You're going to turn the ball over more than normal. There's 5 seconds right there, speaking of defense. But when you play solid defense every possession, every game, it allows for you to have those lapses, and it allows you to, this should be more like a 5-point game, but because of their defense, it's allowed them to basically double up on Champlin Park.
Balbicki and Kamara both ended the half on the bench with fouls in to start the game. They go one-on-one here.
Nice.
A little jump hook by the senior. And Lincoln Balbicki with his first field goal tonight.
Yeah, I like that call, right? Your big fella sat a lot of the first half. Let's get a set action to get him a touch. And again, nice patience and a nice offhand there too. A nice little left-hand finish.
Peterson picked up his dribble. Kamara will try to attack. Spin over Balbicki. Not good. Rebounded by the Crimson. Here comes Stang on the run. Aliberti on the wing and out high to Vidia.
And again, I like Champlin Park, just like they started the game. They're attacking down low, and they're getting a good shot. It just rimmed out.
Vidia from Bowman attacking. Goes to Aliberti. Three-pointer for Bowman. Too strong. Ball tipped and rebounded by Kamara.
Well, nice job by Kamara boxing out and going to get that. But again, great offense. Dribble drive, penetration, kick out, extra pass. Get a good look.
Tilke with a three, and that's good. He's their top scorer tonight.
Yep.
Mason Tilke with 3 threes and now 11 points in the game.
Yeah, he's gotten over his average of 9 points. And again, I love the confidence there. There was no hesitation. Caught it in rhythm and went right up and knocked it down. His shot looks great tonight.
To the basket and scoring. And 2, and that's a nice basket by Will Bowman. His second basket tonight and a great pass.
Yeah, Bowman in a good place. But again, Vidia just a great job using that quickness.
Graf gets Stang to go by him and hits the 3.
That's a great sign for Champlin Park. Back-to-back possessions, made threes. And I tell you, they need Graf to really come alive here, so that's a good start.
Drive to the rim. And Balbicki on the follow-up couldn't finish off the Stang miss. Kamara behind the back to the rim and scores.
That was beautiful. Looked like Magic Johnson in the open court, behind the back, extension. Great finish.
39-25. Balbicki. Bowman back out to Stang and on the wing to Vidia. A lot of basketball still to be played in Brooklyn Park, but at halftime, the 1-versus-8 game, Spring Lake Park leads Park Center, the top seed, 35-32.
Wow.
Stang for 3.
Nice. He's not going to miss too many of those. Again, great patience. Ball gets reversed. Nice job by Balbicki, too, knowing right where to go. And I'll tell you, a big part of shooters is they're going to get Balbicki, I think, with the foul.
No, Vidia.
No.
That'll be his first.
Henry Stang catches that, and he's already locked into his shooting position. So all he has to do is kind of feed that into his rhythm. A lot of shooters stand, straight up, and they got to bend. And I love when shooters don't waste any extra motion whatsoever.
There's foul in the second half. Graf, this time Stang locked in on him. Dribbles through the paint and then gives the pass up. Tilke with Vidia on him. Tilke attacking, and we'll get another foul on Maple Grove.
Tilke really been the one guy really aggressive tonight. Kamara too. Kamara's been aggressive as well.
Vidia picks his second quick foul. Lob in to Tilke. And was it tipped? And Tilke attacks and scores.
See him kind of look out to the baseline like he was going to kick that. Kind of froze the defender, and then a nice little scoop. Tilke having a big game tonight.
15-point game. It was 17 at halftime. Stang whips it out. Bowman 3.
Nice.
A lot of guys who can score. You talked about that in the pregame, too. There's no superstar, but there's a lot of these guys that can put the ball in the hole, right?
And I'll tell you what, sometimes that's harder to defend and game plan for, right? If you're playing a team where they have 1, maybe 2 scorers, as Stang pulls up, rare miss for him.
Bowman follow-up not good, and off of Balbicki.
But when you got 4, 5, 6 guys all averaging about the same and all willing to share the ball, right, where they don't care who gets the most points that night, that's a problem. That's hard to game plan for, hard to deal with.
Ball off Kamara, so it stays with Maple Grove. Preston Tilke in for the first time here in the second half. for Champlin Park.
We had talked to Coach Schroeder about what he expected tonight. He had thought maybe Champlin Park would zone them tonight. They've gone all man-to-man tonight against the Crimson.
Looking inside was Bowman. Goes back out to Stang. Aliberti, baseline. Cut off. Anderson. Stang for three. Missed. And a rebound. And we're going to get a reach by Bowman as Graff got the rebound.
Well, and even though they didn't make that, they didn't get a basket there, but you see the patience that they play with. They'll all kind of probe. If it's not there, they don't ever try to over-dribble or force it. They kick it out, and they keep rotating the defense, so the defense is constantly moving. If you do that for 25, 30 seconds, usually the defense is going to make a mistake. You're going to get a look, even though they didn't knock that one down.
Ball deflected by Stang. A turnover by Champlin Park. Steal for Maple Grove. Stang will be a football captain next year.
Yep.
Really played well as a defensive back. Late in the season, especially for Maple Grove. Now Bickey into the lane.
Yeah.
Hook up and in.
Yeah, if you're going to guard him one-on-one down there with his size and his touch, great patience again. He got to a good spot, nice little jump hook. Almost impossible to defend.
20-point lead. Kamara backing Palbicki down.
Nice.
Couldn't move.
Yeah.
Little spin inside, and the senior puts it in.
And not easy to do without traveling. When they do that kind of reverse pivot back the other direction, sometimes you'll see guys shuffle their feet. That time he didn't. He did a great job at just keeping his feet settled.
3 ball, Aliberti not good. Palbicki with the rebound. Kicks it out to Stang. Anderson inside and a lot of traffic. Aliberti saves it. Stang kicks it back out to Aliberti. And Maple Grove will reset here. Now he'll attack off to Palbicki. A pass a little low, and that forces a turnover.
And sometimes I almost think Maple Grove's too unselfish. I thought Stang maybe had a couple of different shot opportunities, but trying to make a great play for a teammate.
Aliberti with a steal doorboard, not good, but the second putback, this time by Palbicki, is good. He's got 6 points here in the second half.
Yeah, much more active here. How about the big fella hustling down in transition to get the cleanup?
49-29. We are just over 11 minutes to go here in the quarterfinals. Look inside, ball knocked away by Palbicki and out of bounds.
Well, both big fellas have done a nice job here playing with those 2 fouls, but being active and aggressive, but doing it without fouling.
Ball tipped and comes to Peterson out high. Kiros. Now it's baseline drive, and Preston Tilke is fouled.
And I think they're going to get Aliberti for slapping down there. I don't think he agrees with it.
It'll be his third, and Preston Tilke to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, nice quick move there. Yeah, you can see there definitely some arm on that one. But good aggressive move by the sophomore.
Only the second free throw try of the night for Champlin Park right there. The other one came on an and one to Kamara in the first half.
Yeah, that's what maybe Maple Grove does a good job. They're active. They challenge shots. They don't give you anything easy, but they do it without being overly aggressive or undisciplined, right? They don't reach. They just do a nice job of playing solid, challenging defense without falling.
Tilke getting his first 2 points tonight. Those are the first bench points of the game for Champlin Park.
It looks like Champlin Park coming back into a zone here. I like the idea, just kind of change the rhythm up a little bit. See if they can steal a couple possessions out of it and slow Maple Grove down.
Anderson thought about the 3. Defended by Kiros. And now gives it up. On the wing to McGuire. Crimson patient possession here as we wind down toward 10 minutes to play in the second half. Dorbor. Idea and Palbicki pops out.
Yeah, it's smart. They're in zone. You're up by 18 if you want to pull them out of it. Oh, look at the quick move by Anderson. Man, he's quick.
Jacob Anderson with his first field goal tonight. He had a free throw in the first half.
And he's just one of those kids too, John, where he might only score 3, 4, 5 points, but you just want him on your team, don't you? He'll be the one that gets that critical steal or that rebound. Not afraid of the moment, not afraid to take big shots either.
McGuire thought he had a tie-up. Instead, he gets whistled for a foul.
Yeah, the only negative thing here for Maple Grove is that's 5 team fouls with still just under 10 minutes left to play. Champlin Park got to stay aggressive. Maybe they can get in that bonus. Yeah, moving screen.
That's the first foul in the second half on Champlin Park right there.
Yep.
And Preston Tilkey, it'll be his fourth.
Well, I like Preston Tilkey. He's aggressive. We've seen him be aggressive. That time when you're the only screener in the middle of the floor like that, all 3 referees looking at that spot, they're going to get you. Anytime you move that shoulder out of the way a little bit, easy call for the refs to make.
He'll come out, Kamara back in. Molly, a senior, and Coach Klepter saying he'll play college basketball. He wants to next year. He's not made a decision yet. Doorboard attack. He's really played a nice game at both ends of the court.
You see him use his body there, too. Kind of hung in the air, took the contact with Kamara coming at him, too. Not an easy finish. Great job. He's had a nice game.
Kamara on the block, has a stolen by Anderson. Under 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, trying to trap. I like the Champlin Park trying to.
McGuire, 3 not good. Doorboard, 2 more.
He's been a monster tonight.
11 points. It blocks, it rebounds. That 3 spins out. Palbicki rebounds. Heidi will push the pace here. And now back it out.
See what I mean, though, about the smart decisions, right? They probe. If there's not a lane, they very rarely will you see them try to force it. They'll pull it back out. They'll run their offense. Everyone will touch the ball, and they'll end up with a good shot.
Dorbor spins. A lot of traffic there, and so it goes back out. Heidi almost lost it.
He saw it before the ball came.
Yeah.
He wanted to hit that baseline. You see that in football, too. Some guys, receivers, try to get their eyes up before that ball, before they secure a ball.
McGuire via steal by Mohammedan. Getting it back is Vidia to Anderson, and he gets fouled by Peterson.
Yeah, and I like in the Champlin Park trying to speed him up a little bit, trying to get a turnover, see if they can get something easy in transition. And when you're down 24, you got to try to steal those possessions.
Graff and Mason Tilkey back in as Champlin Park uses a timeout. These schools not far apart, just a short drive. You know, when I looked at the weather forecast yesterday, I was like, we have some snow here. We're going to be in some trouble, but as it turned out, it was fine.
Only 8 miles apart, 12 minutes. I don't know. This must not be done during rush hour because that could double pretty easily there. But yeah, these kids all in the same area. They know each other. They've played against each other in youth sports growing up.
You know what? And on the way between these two, you pass both a Chick-fil-A and a Jets Pizza.
There we go. We're open for business. I am. I'll be. You know how golfers wear sponsors on their shirts?
Yeah.
If they want to put something on my shirts and suits here for these, I'm happy to do it. But yeah, I mean, you think about Maple Grove, Champlin Park, really two of the most successful programs in the last 10 years in high school basketball.
Anderson open 3, not good, and rebounded by Graff.
Good offense, nice drive, baseline. Anderson made himself available, got a great look.
Peterson threw a double team off to Kamara. Gonna muscle his way in and gets fouled. by Femright.
And Femright, another big body off the bench. Got a football body.
Kamara to the line for 2. One more coming. A couple of baskets here in the second half, 6 points. A pretty quiet game. They went to him early. He got the 1 basket, and but then he got the 2 fouls. And
you wonder how the course of the game would have been different if he made those first 3 shots, right? To start the game, he would have been playing with a bunch of confidence. Champlin might have got off to a little bit better start offensively, grabbed the lead. Could have been a totally different flow to the game, but yeah, got good looks. You could see great footwork, great moves. Just couldn't get the shots to fall. See Maple Grove kind of running an offense that's really designed to take time off the clock. And what you're going to see is all the white jerseys are going to be guarding above the 3-point line, so it leaves lots of space if one of these guards ends up driving.
Righty briefly trapped, but able to release the pass to Anderson. Stang in the doorborn, back to Stang. And then a foul whistled against Peterson. Maple Grove marching toward its 21st win of the season, and a spot in the section semifinals here next Tuesday night. Against either Osseo or Irondale.
Yeah, that should be a good matchup between those 2 teams.
Well, Osseo beat Maple Grove in a game we did here on this court back in late January, early February. Drive and losing the ball was Anderson. Kamara gets the steal, wrestles it away from Femright.
Oh, nice.
Peterson around and drops over the rim.
Yeah, he's got a little swagger to his game that I like. Again, averaging in double figures at 11 points, but does a nice job of creating space when he wants to get a shot off there. Nice little move, able to get a easy 5-6 footer.
Steal by Graff, trying to throw it back into play to Peterson. It'll stay with Maple Grove.
And again, that's where Henry's saying, love how unselfish he is. He's too good of a shooter to pass up that little 5-foot jumper.
Dorbor and backs it out. Hey, just good basketball there, right?
Yeah.
You don't need the points. Run more clock. Now he'll take a shot. Vidia not good. And pulled down by Cummings. Still over 5 minutes to go. Whistle and a foul on Crimson.
Yeah, and if I'm Champlin Park, that's what I'm doing, John, here. I'm putting pressure, dribble drive against Maple Grove. Every time you get fouled now, you're in the 1-and-1. And if they're going to call those hand checks, put pressure on them. See if you can keep getting some free points here at the free throw line.
Mason Tilke, who's been their top scorer tonight, go to the line here for a couple.
Yep. Yeah, he's had a nice game.
It's looking like his final game, though, as a Champlin Park Rebel, senior.
Yeah, and that's always hard, too. You think, you know this as a parent of kids who are grown now. Everyone tells you it goes so fast, you know.
Yeah.
And, man, does it ever. You think back to your kids starting in youth basketball and kindergarten and travel. Just like that, it's their last game as a senior. So it does go fast. You got to enjoy it. You got to really make the most of it when you're a student athlete.
I think a year older, 2 kids as young kids. And they're both playing high school basketball right now.
Yeah.
Whistle the foul on Kamara.
Yeah, it goes fast. You know, when you're an underclassman, when you're a freshman or a sophomore playing varsity, you think, I got 2-3 more years left. And then just like that, it's your turn. You're the senior. And you want to cherish every time you get to compete, every time you get to suit up for your school and your teachers and your friends, and you have your family, everyone in attendance. It's what it's all about.
Winner of this game looks like it'll be Maple Grove. We'll host either Osseo or Irondale. That game going on tonight. The Orioles up on the ninth, but just by 3 points with 6 minutes to play at Osseo.
Yeah, and I thought that might be a competitive game. Osseo, I think definitely. Oh, nice anticipation.
Steal here.
Yeah.
Kyrgios to the basket. And blocked at doorboard. It's going to be 2 points.
Wow.
On goaltending.
Yeah, a couple of careless turnovers here for Maple Grove. Nice job by Kyrgios anticipating. Watch this effort, too. Yeah, anytime that ball hits the backboard first, easy call.
Graff missed. Preston Tilke rips it through. Back out to Graff. Cut off on the baseline. Now goes back and attacks and is fouled. They'll go to the line for 2.
Nice little ball fake, step through. Again, another turnover here for Maple Grove.
Fouls on Mbasa is first. And Graff to the free throw line. First time tonight. He's got 2 3-pointers. That's been it for him this evening. He'll have another year at Champlin Park or at Champlin Park.
Yep. Well, he's 6'3", too. He's got good size. You can tell he's got nice touch, good shot.
Bowman, Stang, and Palpicki all back in for Maple Grove. Second one in. And it's 55-38. A lot of pressure in the backcourt. Another turnover. Blocked there by Lalaberti, who thought he had it clean, and he's whistled for a foul. And it'll be free throws for Cummings.
That one looked clean. But how about back-to-back turnovers here?
It's going to be concerning. You're going to win this game, but you want to be playing good basketball, obviously, in the postseason.
You do, and you want to combat the human nature. If you can handle Park Center for a full game and their pressure, you'd think you can handle Champlin Park's full court pressure, but it's human nature. These kids, they know they have the lead, and they're, mentally, if you let up just a little bit, you can see.
They're able to break the pressure there after Cummings made both free throws, and Murray thought he got fouled. They did get the ball knocked away, so we'll stay with the Crimson.
You can tell Lalaberti's not
like, I can't get a break at either end.
Call it on that end there. Here, I don't get it called. Yeah, you can tell he's getting a little frustrated.
Champlin Park, to their credit, has gotten back to within 15 here, and another steal. Graff thought about the 3. Boy, if he could have pulled the trigger there and knocked one down. Here comes Kyrgios. Baseline, back out. Mason Tilke. Hesitation. A step back. 2 is good. It's 55-42. Timeout for Champlin Park. It's a 13-point game.
Really doing it defensively. Just getting after it. This is a great move. A little hesitation, a little step back. And I'll tell you what, Lalaberti is a really good defender, too. Used the screen and then created the space. And Mason Tilke's had a nice game tonight.
He definitely has. All of a sudden, they're a long shot still, but all of a sudden.
But now it's in that range where
I watched Iowa, Michigan State a couple weeks ago, right?
That was 10 points in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's highly unlikely, but it's at least in range now where, listen, they're pressed. They've done a great job of creating turnovers, and that's what you got to do. You got to start adding possessions and taking them away. You got to get turnovers, and they've done a really good job. And I'm sure Coach Schroeder is telling his guys enough. You got to take care of the ball, get good shots. And part of it, too, John, is I think when an offense goes into kind of that delay mode, you lose a little of that attacking spirit. And that's kind of what happens here tonight to Maple Grove, too. Let's see if they get back. And, yes, you want to be patient, but stay aggressive. See if you can get an easy one here.
Idea. It knocked away into the backcourt. And gets it back into the front court to Lalaberti. Bowman. Pressure on him. Now it's to Lalaberti to the basket and scores.
A couple of hold-your-breath moments there, but ended up with a good outcome and a nice attack layup.
Good assist from Vidia.
Yeah.
Preston Tilke now as we wind down toward 3 minutes to play. Mason Tilke for three, not good. Palbicki rebounds. Vidia quickly to the front court. Longaberti and one.
You got a call. He's really fun to watch when he attacks the basket. He's got that good length and athleticism. Watch him go up here. And great body control, takes a little contact, able to hang in the air and finish. And he's probably thinking, finally, I got a call.
3-point play for the senior. Now a little more, or excuse me, for the junior, and a little more breathing room now for Champlin Park. Kiros for three. Stang corrals the rebound.
Showing a little leaping ability there, getting the rebound.
And a whistle and a foul on Cummings.
I'll tell you what, I mean, Champlin Park, we talked about their struggle to score. The high they had against Maple Grove in one of their first meeting was 38. So tonight, 42 points, still with just under 3 minutes left. So you definitely like that.
16 fouls, and so Maple Grove in the bonus now from here on out. Nice dish off again. A great assist by Vidia to Palbicki.
Yeah, that's just a great play, and again, unselfish.
That missed. Birdie with it. He can really get to the rim, and he finishes with a dunk.
Got good speed, and that we saw a great athletic finish in the first half, and that time cleared for takeoff, throws it down. That was fun.
64-42. Palbicki with the block. And hands it off to Stang with 2 minutes to go.
Well, and a nice little response here by Maple Grove, right? Got a little sloppy for a couple minutes. This lead got down to 13.
9-0 run.
Yeah, just like that. Back to 20, 22 here. Yep. That's what you want to see.
Vidia. Nice move. Splits the defense and scores.
He split twice. Split the double team, and that time it's kind of slithered between two defenders and finished at the rim. I like to see him take that. He's been so unselfish, always looking to kind of kick and find the open guy.
Navarra gets fouled by Palbicki and shoot again.
Yeah, watch this Laliberte. Watch him, just the speed. He was eyeing that. You could tell he was getting his steps. Throws it down easily, and he's fired up afterwards too. And Hawaiian shirt crowd loves it.
Kamara, first one up and in. That is minute 23 to go. Second one also good. Kamara gets them both. Ooh, almost a steal, but 3-on-1. And they'll just hold it out. Now Stang will attack. Palbicki got cut off. Good play by Kamara to cut off the big man at the baseline. Vidia to Stang. 1 minute to play. Vidia, scoop shot. Palbicki can't finish.
Oh, what a pass.
Back from Bowman. Great pass from Palbicki. 10 points here in the second half, and now 12 in the game for the senior.
Yeah, he's been big, but I'll tell you what, great pass and a nice job by Palbicki to have those hands ready. Sometimes those hard passes underneath, not easy to corral, but he's got great hands.
And I think Maple Grove's just going to dribble it out here with 30 seconds to go. So they are going to pick up their 21st win of the season, move into the section semifinals here on Tuesday, in what will definitely be their last home game with the section final on the neutral site next Friday at Rogers. Ryan's going to make his way down to the court. We'll hear from one of the Crimson players afterwards. And that will do it. Maple Grove wins it 68-44. They end Champlin Park season, and the Crimson advance to the 5-4A semifinals. We'll go to break. We'll come back. Ryan will have our post game as we continue and wrap up our coverage from Maple Grove High School after this.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Maple Grove wins and advances in the Section 5 playoffs, 68-44. The final, let's go back to the floor. And Ryan Iverson.
Hey, thanks, John. I'm here with Raul Vaidia. Raul, tough mentally game, right? You just beat the number 1 team in the state. You've played Champlin Park. You're expected to win. How'd you guys make sure there was no letdown tonight?
Right, yeah. Coming into it, we knew playoffs. That's where upsets happen. We talked about it in the locker room right after the Park Center game, and always trying to get better. I mean, that's how we keep going, and that's how we prepared mentally for this game.
One of the things I talk about when I've done your games is you guys don't have a superstar, but you got 5 or 6 guys that are all capable of big games. Do you think that makes it really hard to game plan for you guys?
I mean, definitely, because you don't really know what to expect, because one guy can have his shot off, but then we have multiple more guys that can get it done in a variety of different ways. So I feel like, especially this game, it took all of us, and we did that tonight.
One of the things I like, too, is with you, with Henry staying as well, is I feel like you two could score a lot more. You give up good shots for great shots. Do you get more joy out of setting one of your teammates up?
Definitely, because I know it gets me going, it gets them going, it gets the crowd going. I mean, it doesn't really matter who scores on this team. We're all excited for each other, and that's what makes us great.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about your game. A number of assists, great defense, great shooting, too. I mean, what do you think your strength is as a basketball player?
I mean, it's just all-around game, making the right decisions, and whatever's working. If it's not broke, don't change it. So,
last one. What are you guys going to have to do to keep this going and hopefully make it to state tournament again?
I mean, just play our best every game. Mentally prepare before games is huge, even more than physically, and just mentally preparing I think is the biggest thing for our team.
Awesome. Well, congrats on a big game and a big win. Good luck next week.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Raul. Back to you, JJ.
All right, thanks very much, Ryan, and thanks to all of our crew. That will do it for our coverage tonight from Maple Grove High School. The Crims are the number 2 seed advance. They're 21-6. Champlin Park season ends with a 10-16 record. For Ryan and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. A reminder, Friday night, girls basketball Section 5 final, Maple Grove and Roseville, live at 7 on CCX. Good night from Maple Grove High School.